Do I have to sing too, or?
Yes, you do.
I can only sing part of it. Cigarettes and chocolate now. These are just a couple of my cravings. Everything it seems I like's a little bit stronger, a little bit thicker, a little bit harmful for me. If I should positively have to eat them all in just 1 sitting. Everything it seems I like's a little bit sweeter, a little bit fatter, a little bit harmful. I'd say Rufus Wainwright is largely responsible for my wanting to play piano. I guess it was like the last week of October, like the 28th or something. Last year, I went to my first piano lesson. And so now it's been roughly 11 months. It's pretty crazy. Damn, the chords in this are awesome. D sharp, A, C. I don't think most people have any idea how complicated the music they listen to is. Why would you though? I mean, you're just hearing the beauty of how the sounds work together harmonically. There's no reason, if you haven't studied music and you don't understand what goes into it, why you would know one artist is particularly more complex than another. I guess it's unrealistic for artists to expect fans to understand that sort of thing. I don't expect them to understand it. I just wish that I could tell them, you know. I was one of those people. I was an artist making money. I wouldn't say I was making a living, but I was making money off of my art and touring and releasing records, and I didn't know. It's almost like the way you watch your television and you have no idea how it works, you know, but you think about it every now and then and you're like, it's almost like it's magic. I can't figure it out. I stare at a TV screen and it looks like magic to me. I know there is a way that makes it work, but I don't know what it is because it's so complicated. That's how complicated music theory is. And when I started to learn about it, it turns you into like a mad scientist. It's like all you can think about. And I'd find myself out of bars having conversations with people and not talking to them about social things. I was bombarding them with what I was learning about music theory, explaining to them how to construct a major chord versus a minor chord. I guess that's what makes me spend all these hours in front of the piano. Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love, she wanted you to wait? Let me tell you a story of my situation. I was talking to this girl from the US nation. The way that I met her was on tour at a concert. She had long hair and a short mini skirt. I just got off stage, dripping, pouring with sweat. I was walking through the crowd, and guess who I met? I whispered in her ear, come to the picture booth so I can ask you some questions to see if you're 100 proof. I asked her her name, she said blah blah blah. She had 9, 10 pants and a very big bra. I took a couple of flicks and she was enthused. I said, how do you like the show? She said I was very amused. I started throwing bass, she started throwing back mid-range. But when I sprung the question, she acted kinda strange. Then when I asked, do you have a man, she tried to pretend. She said, no I don't, I only have a friend. Come on, girl. I'm not even going for it. This is what I want to sing. You got what I need. And you said he's just a friend. Yeah, you said he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need. And you said he's just a friend. Yeah, you said he's just a friend. So I took blah blah's word for it at this time. I thought just having a friend couldn't be no crime, cause I have friends, and that's a fact. Like Agnes, Agatha, Jermaine, and Jack. Forget about that, let's go into the story about a girl named blah 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 that adored me. So we started talking, getting familiar, spending a lot of time so we can build a relationship with some understanding. How it's gonna be in the future we was planning. Everything seemed so dandy and sweet. I had no idea retreat. After this was established, everything was cool. The tour was over and she went back to school. I called every day to see how she was doing. Every time I would call her, it seemed something was brewing. I called her on my dime, picked up, and then I called again. Yo, who was that? Oh, he's just a friend. Once I started to branch into other styles of music and added some singing into the records, although there was a lot of singing on the Cinematic album, it was very tongue-in-cheek singing. Once I started to get more serious about it, I actually began taking voice lessons and learning to sing real harmonies and sing more genuinely, so that it wasn't just like that sing-songy rapper delivery thing that people do on their choruses or what have you. And I think that's about the time that people got the idea that, you know, well, that I was cracking up or losing it, you know, going somewhere they didn't want to see me go. Although, if you know anything about a determined personality type, that just pushes you further off into it. So Wednesday, September 27th, I'm going to share the stage with Jay's Own and Juggernauts, two of New York's very greatest independent rap artists, to close down CBGBs for rap music forever. And this is public information actually, so I can go ahead and say it. Jay's Own actually told me and everybody he's close to that he's invited to the show, this is going to be, barring some miracle incident where they try to hire him to open up for Nelly for $10,000 or something like that. This will be Jay's Own's last rap show in New York. No more emceeing live for Jay's Own in New York. And in fact, he's slowly transitioning out of doing it all together, like emceeing, and he's going to step behind the boards where he's always been and do that full time. So it's exciting for a number of reasons. You know, there are a few goodbyes happening, but I'm totally honored and excited to be the last headlining rap act there. It's pretty crazy just to say it out loud, man. That's, like I said, it's a piece of history. You know, and whatever happens, if I stop rapping and dedicate all my musical energies to piano or to singing, I'll always be able to say that I was the last guy to headline a CBGB's rap show. That could be in a book somewhere. That's so cool. So I've been practicing furiously, just trying to get ready. And since CB's is such a rock place, I felt more than ever it was totally important that I add my love for rock and rock's influence into my show.